Walk on. I'm Davo. And I kind of recently, when was it? May 1st. Right now it's 4th of what's that? July. So a bit ago, I dropped my first ever tune, Programmed Emotions. Now I've been working on music for a while. I've been working on it. I started producing about 4 years ago. I was dog shit. Started writing about 4 years ago. I was dog shit. Took 4 years for me to make a tune that was good enough for me to release. And I thought, hey, I want to do a YouTube video based on my tune. I want to do a lyric breakdown because there's some things in here that I feel like will go over people's heads. There's some metaphors that I use. There's some schemes that I used that, to be honest, I think only I could understand, because a lot of the stuff, the way my brain works, a lot of the stuff just works in my head and I don't care if anyone else understands it, basically. So yeah, I thought I'd go over it. Thanks P Money for the idea. I saw he did this and it was sick, so thought I'd do it. So yeah, Programmed Emotions. If you haven't heard it, go check it out. Go to DMO Productions channel, it's on there. Go on Spotify, it's on there, it's on everything. So yeah, check it out. But I thought I'd go through the lyrics, and some of the lyrics, it's actually quite good, that based on what's been happening recently on this date, when it comes to general elections, I feel like I had a say in it, and you'll see what I mean soon. So let's start off. These man try program emotions. Right, so when I say these man, I'm on about government, right? So if you hadn't picked it up by like me mentioning Sunak and Donny's by name, yeah, this is about the government, this tune. So these man try program emotions. The government, they're just trying to program emotions, innit? Decrease the chance of self-made devotion. I mean, that's kind of self-explanatory. If you spend P's for it, it's not promotion. If you spend money to get a role, if you like, because I feel like the government's corrupt. I don't think there's any confirmation of this, but I feel like some people have paid their way to be where they are in the government. That's just how I feel, okay? I feel like that's quite a fair thing to assume. So if you spend P's for it, it's not promotion. You fucking paid your way to get there. It's not promotion. Mind controlling a fucking compulsion, right? Mind control, it's not a compulsion. You don't need to do it. So why are you doing it? It's not something that just happens automatically. You choose to do it. You chose to influence mindsets. Shoot through the Kevlar into the trenches. I can't speak. So shoot through the Kevlar into the trenches. I'm saying you're going through a layer to hit the people at the bottom. Like they're such dickheads that they're going through the people that support them to then also affect the people at the bottom as well. So like, they're just dickheads, is what I'm saying. Then you look at the bloodstains you've left and pay for a clean-up because you needed on benches. So you look at the mess you've made, for example, Grenfell, right? You look at that and you just like, oh, it doesn't matter, never mind, I need to go on bench. I don't have time to deal with this. Someone else deal with it for me. Someone else sort this out. That's what they're like. So that's what I'm saying there. Pay for a clean-up because you needed on benches. You've earned beef on all of the wenches. That's like, wench is like an old word from back in time that's evolved to now kind of mean like prostitutes, basically. Prozzies, right? So it's not a nice word to use, but it rhymed, so I used it. So you've earned beef on all of the wenches, but they're halal, they don't want no mentions. Beef, halal, they don't want beef because they're halal. That's how that works. Right, so while editing this, I realised that in this bit I forgot to mention, because obviously beef itself isn't halal. So the point of the bar is that the way you're giving beef, because for beef to be halal, it has to be, the cow has to be killed in a specific way, right? So it has to be killed in a humane way. What I'm saying with this bar is that the beef that the government is giving is inhumane, right? You're unnecessarily beefing people, is what I'm saying, which is then where the halal bar works, because it's unnecessary and it's inhumane. So it's halal, they don't want it. I forgot to add that bit, because without that bit, it just makes me look stupid, like I don't know what halal means. I do know what it means. Shut your mouth. You're throwing smoke on music being exits, but if you bin that, they'll make a re-entrance. Here, I'm making a reference to drill music, right? Because people hate on drill music, right? Governments hate on drill music. Police hate on drill music. There's like, it's a known fact that people like Digger D have like, courts have tried to silence him, saying, oh yeah, you can't chat about certain shit in your music. But the thing is about drill music is that it gets people out their ends, and it's literally done it. There's so many drill artists now that they're too big for it to make sense for them to still be in ends. It's actually a way out for them. If they didn't have drill music, they'd still be shotting, they'd still be art, there'd still be OT, there'd still art beyond trap, they'd still be doing county lines and shit, sending Donny's here to Yorkshire to fucking sort me out with a fucking tens, yeah? But they're not, because they've got drill music. It's a way of escape. So what I'm saying here is you throw smoke on music being exits, but if you bin that, they'll make a re-entrance. If you get rid of drill music, they'll just go back on road, because that's all they know. That's why they go to drill, because they can't do like fucking carpentry or like fucking deep sea diving and shit. They don't know how to do that. They know trap and they know drill, and only one of them is a music genre. Well, not, but in what I'm saying, you know what I mean. And then you threw shade on the one that could save us. He got fucked and waddled to the exit. This was a direct reference to Jeremy Corbyn, about how Jeremy, I feel like personally, obviously there's positives and negatives to every politician. Even Rishi Sunak, I hate to admit, there's some positives. There's mostly negatives, but there's some positives. Every politician has some positives and some negatives. As good as Corbyn would have been, there still would have been some negatives, and I admit that. But he would have done a much better job than our current party would have done, than our government would have done at the time, than getting, instead of Bojo, if we had Corbyn, we'd be way better off. You threw shade on the one that could save us. He got fucked and waddled to the exit. The government started, like, Tory party were chatting shit, making shit up, chatting shit about Corbyn to go in like the Sun and government and papers like that. That's why I mentioned the Sun later on, just to try and shaft him, and it fucking worked, because the average Brit is a fucking idiot. Brexit, I don't even want to get on that. That's why I didn't mention Brexit that much in this tune, because this tune would just be 15 minutes of just me chatting about how pissed I am at Brexit. So that's why I didn't really mention Brexit in it, because I would have just gone on for way too long. And then he got fucked and waddled to the exit. If you get fucked in the arse, you're going to be waddling. So, and he left after the, I think, was it the Bojo? Was it the election that got Bojo in? I think it was. Well, no, not election, but like, I think he left after the last election that the Tories won, is what I'm saying. And then waddled to the exit. You left your mark on the country because you then chose to go with Shaggy or Rectum. They fucked themselves. Tory party fucked themselves. That's why everyone now is like, even all the hardcore Tory fans are like, well, you lot are just kind of fucking idiots now. Like, you literally fucked yourself. So that's what that means. That's what the that's the meaning behind the chorus. Okay, so let's go on to the first verse. From Croydon up to Carlisle, you program Maz to take shots from vials. So this is linked to mind controlling a fucking compulsion. So you program Maz to take shots from vials. You're basically treating people in a way where you're basically setting people up for failure, is what I'm saying. The way you're going about things, the way you're doing things with the country, you're setting people up for failure. You trick minds into thinking you'll save us, then when you bench you out like a child. This is where the football references start. To be honest, I'm not actually fucking hell. I'm not actually like, I'm not really into football. And that's not like, it's not like I hate football or anything. I'll watch it when it, like the last Euros, not the ones that are currently going on now, but the last Euros I watched and I was into. I just didn't grow up watching football. If you grow up watching it, your parents get you into it. That's generally when you get into football, but I didn't really grow up watching it. So I'm not that into it, but I still did football bars, because football bars are sick. So when you bench, you act like a child. Makes sense. But also benched off the pitch, but also benched from government when you're, because someone else has swapped, but also you're on the bench as well. But then you get let back on the pitch, you got the most playtime, that doesn't mean you win. So these three bars are all linked. When you bench, you act like a child, but then you get let back on the pitch, you've got the most playtime, that don't mean you win. So just because you've been on there for the longest, just because you've been here for a long time, that doesn't mean that you're the best. That doesn't mean that you fucking win, just because you've been on the longest, right? Now, bear in mind that I'm saying this about the government. So what I'm saying is that just because the Tory party have been in power for a while, doesn't mean they win. Doesn't mean they are what's right. Doesn't mean they are what the country should be, right? That's what I'm saying. Substitution flying left and right. I'm talking about substitution. So I'm saying about the prime ministers, about how the prime ministers kept switching. So Theresa May, and then Bojo, and then Thingy, and then Liz Truss, and fucking Rishi Sunak. That's what that's about. Substitution flying left and right. But your team's still shit, you should climb in the bin. Makes sense. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter who you substitute you for. Your whole team is shit. So it doesn't matter who the prime minister is. The whole Tory party is shit. So just get in the bin, is what I'm saying. It's time to go, fam. You won't get the win. Your manager died, now shit's done on the whim. Manager, I'm saying, if you know how the UK works, then you know that there's a government and then royal family. So government has most of the control over the country, but with certain things, royal family will have the last say. So I'm saying the Queen was their manager. So your manager died, now shit's done on the whim. So now that this was before I wrote this before Charles came in. This used to be Comes In, and then he came in, and I still hadn't released the tune, so I changed it to Came In. So for a while before Charles became king, they were just doing shit on the whim. They were just doing shit themselves because they didn't have Queen above them to be like, nah nigga, stop, right? So that's what that's about. 6th of May, new manager came in. That's when Charles got knighted. But you're too far gone. He can't help with shit. Like, you're already too far gone. Having the king coming in now, is not gonna fucking save you. You're too far gone. You're too shit already. You've gone down too much. And then we need someone giving birth on the bench so that Labour gets involved in the mix. I was proud of this one, okay? I'm proud of this one. This one's good. So I took advantage of Labour and Labour, right? So Labour Party and being in Labour. So we need someone giving birth on the bench. So giving birth, being in Labour on the bench is also saying we need Labour on the bench as well, so that Labour gets involved in the mix. And then the ad-libs had some fun with them. Betty Croc's kid, because she makes like cookie mixers and shit. They met the Betty Crocker company make cookie mixers, so that's what that ad-lib meant. But yeah, so, and then whereas you trade a woman giving birth for their kin, for this one I was just like, I'm basically saying you don't give a shit about people, is what I'm saying. You don't give a shit. So, and then these bits, there's no like proper smart lyrics here. They basically mean what they say. I should have linked Bojo in a dojo, karate chop, hit him with my mojo. I love that bar. I came up with that walking to uni. I literally, like, this wasn't even meant to be part of Programmed Emotions when I came up with it. I just thought of it. I was like, Bojo in a dojo, karate chop, hit him with my mojo, right? And I was like, you know what, that'll work in Programmed Emotions. And then from that one, I used the same kind of scheme for them, so linking each of them. And then I should have linked Liz Truss at 10 down and said the name Bradford to see if she started frowning, because Bradford's a shithole, and I can say it. I'm not from Bradford, I'm from Wakey, right? I'm from Wakefield, but I'm from West Yorkshire, so I can say Bradford's a shithole. I've been there before. Shithole, alright? And anyone from Bradford will admit it's a shithole. I'm not dissing Bradford. I'm just saying that's an example of a shithole. It's an example of the tune of the negation of the North. They don't give a shit. Look what Bradford's become because you don't give a shit about the North, is what I'm saying. I should link Sunak in the hood, buy him some smack and take a photo for the Sun. So this was me saying, this was me also having a go at the Sun, because everyone knows the Sun. They don't care. They'll just say lies just to make people look bad, right? So what I'm saying is, I should have bought some smack, given it to Sunak, and took a picture of it and sent it to the Sun saying this is Rishi Sunak taking smack, because they would have printed it even though it was bullshit. And it also would have ruined his name, is what I'm saying. I wish I could have done. So I wish I could ruin his name by giving him smack, taking a photo, sending it to the Sun, being like, Big Rishi's a smackhead, and then someone would have printed it and it'd have been gone, is what I'm saying there. I should take a one-way flight out, because the next PM will probably get the used bun. That means what it says. These men don't care about their home. They walk past the poverty like it ain't their fault. So I'm saying they don't even care about their home. They don't even care about London, let alone North. Like London's bad enough. Like there's so many problems in London that could be avoided by the government just doing their fucking job, is what I'm saying. They don't care about their home. They walk past the poverty like it ain't their fault. They on their way to Downing Street, guaranteed they pass a homeless person, they just ignore it. They're like, oh, it's probably their own fault. Whenever people in the government speak about homelessness, they always act like, oh, it's the person's own fault. Half the time, it's the government's fault, because they've been put in situations because of the government that's left them without money or without a house, and they've ended up on the streets. So quite a lot of the time, it is the government's fault. So they walk past poverty like it ain't their fault. These men don't care about the North. They can wake up once to make sure they're insured. When do you ever hear about the Prime Minister coming anywhere up north? Manchester, Leeds, Liverpool, fucking Newcastle. When do you hear about it? Fucking Boris Johnson came to Wakefield once, and I don't remember what it was about. It was a while ago when I looked it up when I was writing this tune. I don't remember what it was for, but he came once, and he had all security around him, because he knew if he was seen stepping foot in Wakefield on his ones, yeah, he'd be done. He'd be fucking done. He'd be dashed out. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. They don't care about the North. They come wake you once and make sure they're insured. These men only care about themselves, hosting a fast sesh or putting others in cells. Basically, Partygate is all I need to say for that. They had a party during COVID, yet got people done for socialising during COVID. So, hosting a fat sesh or putting others in cells. This beat's about to go nuts like the licks to get them caught in the hood. If they came to Wakefield, like I fucking said, yeah, they'd be done out here, and then the beat went nuts. And then chorus, same again. So then we'll go on to the next verse. This bomber Clark Sunak's now in power. Man's economy fixing plans are all dour. So like, his plans to fix the economy, they're shit. They're not gonna work. Because he made Sterling drop like his Gareth Southgate. I liked that one. Because he had a part in making pound sterling drop before he became Prime Minister. So that's what that means. He made sterling drop like he Gareth Southgate. Sterling the footballer, sterling the currency. Gareth Southgate dropped sterling. Yeah, and he tries to act gloomy while nicking our houses. Moving like, I love this bar. This is my favourite one in the tune, I think. Moving like Thanos trying to build his powers, nicked Labour stones like clearing kidneys while having a child. Again, this is me using Labour in two ways, right? So Labour in terms of the party, and Labour in terms of being in Labour. So let me break this bar down. Thanos, stones, right? Labour stones. So I'm saying Sunak was moving like Thanos because he's trying to nick Labour stones, right? He's trying to take away the power from the Labour Party, is what I'm saying. But then also I did a double meaning of nicked Labour stones, so by saying clearing kidneys while having a child. You already know having a child, being in Labour, but clearing kidneys, you get You get kidney stones, right? You get kidney stones. So nicking Labour stones, if you had stones in Labour, that means you'd be pushing out a child and kidney stones at the same time. So nicked Labour stones like clearing kidneys while having a child. That's what I'm saying. The only stone you'll get off me is a spliff. When you smoke a spliff, you get stoned. Because I'm not letting man turn seconds into hours. I was just like, yeah, I just thought that was a good bar, basically. I've had it. Okay, so right, let me clarify. I did not do these meetings. I've got some mates who are dickheads. They went on here. Look at this. Urban England slang for male genitalia, cock. That's not what it means. Outlining Leon, my real name, loves cock in his mouth. My mate Jared wrote that. Jared, fuck you, right? So DOS does not mean cock, okay? So DOS is just like, it's kind of like shit. So like, oh yeah, he's chatting DOS, right? He's chatting DOS, he's chatting shit. I've had enough of this DOS. To be honest, no one's ever used DOS like I've had enough of this DOS. But because that chatting DOS means chatting shit, I thought instead of I've had enough of this shit, I'll say I've had enough of this DOS. So that's what that means. I've had enough of this DOS, I've had enough of this shit. I'm speaking out now before Fredder costs lots. That means what it says. These men are all lost. They've all got delusions, yet staying in power, but for what fucking cost? Again, means what it says. They've all got delusions is referring to what I was saying in the chorus. Mind control, like pay for promotion, that kind of thing. So it's along the same lines of that. But for what fucking cost? They got Corbyn lost. Right, let's see what my mate wrote. Jared, you're a fucking knobhead, alright? Urban UK slang for male anus bumhole, emphasising that Leon Jerome. Okay. My full name, 2 middle names, Damien Jerome. No one's ever called me Leon Jerome before. Jared, I love you, mate. You're a fucking dickhead, right? Corbyn does not mean bumhole. Corbyn means legend. Okay, nah. So again, Jeremy Corbyn, ignore what's on here. I'm gonna eventually get all of these annotated, Miss Hen. So hopefully it'll replace the ones that fucking, you know what I'll call him out there? Jared Craig did. Okay, I was about to say where he lived, but I decided not. So I won't fucking dox him, right? But Jared fucking Craig, you're a dickhead. Anyway. And got Corbyn lost means what it means. He needed to have won the election, but then he had to give up because the Tories still won, means what it means. And they were spreading bare shit and ad-lib skiddy because you spread bare shit in your fucking boxes. It's a skid mark. It was all in the sun. Now we're headed to a point when milk will cost us a lump sum. That means what it says. So now we'll go on to the second chorus. First half of it is the same, but second half is similar. It's based on the same lyrics, but I've switched it up a bit. You throw in beef whenever you're mentioned, but we're prepared, we'll sous vide your statement. Sous vide is a way of cooking like steaks and stuff. So I thought instead of just like going bait, being like, oh yeah, we'll fry it up, even air fry, I thought I'd say we'll sous vide your statement, right? So throw beef whenever you're mentioned, but we're prepared, we'll sous vide your statement. So whenever people chat shit about you, you chat shit again about them. But you're a prime minister. Like, you deal with people chatting shit about you. Not everyone's gonna like you, especially if you're a dickhead like you are. But we're prepared, we'll sous vide your statement, again related to beef. So you throw beef, we're gonna fucking cook that beef, right? Because we need all the food we can get, you fucking dickhead. You're throwing smoke on your being out there, but it's an escape, it doesn't bring danger. That's basically the same bar that I used in the normal chorus, but I just wrote it differently. You threw shade on Jeremy Corbyn, but couldn't back his sends when you won the elections. Means what it says. You left your mark on the world, fam, because you changed players more than I changed my boxers. Again, this links back to the football reference. Players meaning prime ministers. So you changed prime ministers more than I changed my boxers. Not literally, because I don't change my boxers every 90 days, right? But I'm saying you change prime ministers so much, is what I'm saying. And then last one, Sunak fam, get the fuck off the pitch. Your ears are offside. They can control Artemis. So Artemis is a moon exploration program. That's why I put the ad lib NASA in it, to give a bit of context. So Artemis is like a space buggy, or it's something that's been sent up to space for the moon, right? So I'm saying and I said your ears are offside. This, back to the football references, your ears are so big because Sunak's got fucking massive ears. They're so big, they're fucking off. No matter where you are on the pitch, your ears are always offside. And I'm saying they're also so big that they can send signals up to space to control a fucking space probe, is what I'm saying. You think we see you as Sporticus, but you're Robbie Rotten, our nemesis. When I was a kid, there was a show called, what the fuck was it called now? Hang on, let me look up Sporticus. What was it? Lazy Town, that's it. So there was a show called Lazy Town when I was a kid. So Sporticus was like, I don't really remember what the show was. Sporticus was the good guy, Robbie Rotten was the bad guy. Sporticus kept saving the town from Robbie Rotten, basically. So that's what that's saying. You think we see you as the hero, but actually you're the fucking enemy. Take blame for this, then we might respect you, but until then we'll do what you do and neglect you. So I'm saying, take blame for the shit that you're doing. The mistakes that you make, everyone makes mistakes, but at least take fucking credit for it, right? At least take the blame for it. Don't fucking try and pass it off onto other people. Don't try and just fucking forget about it. Be like, yeah, I fucked up, I made a mistake. People do that, but yes, I admit I fucked up. Like Partygate, Bojo never fucking said anything, right? Bojo never went, yes, you're right, we were in the wrong, we shouldn't have done that. This isn't really gonna help, but at least people know that I'm admitting that I was a fucking dickhead, right? That's what I'm saying. Take blame for this and we might respect you, right? We might have a little bit of respect, even though you do something stupid. If you own up to it and be like, yeah, I did something stupid, I'm sorry, we might have a little bit of respect for you, because at least you're owning up to your mistakes, right? But until then, we'll do what you do and neglect you. You neglect us, we'll fucking neglect you, is what that means. Hold a general election, it'll be good for you. I fucking predicted it, man. I predicted it. I fucking predicted it. Davo's the boss man. Simple as. I bet you Rishi Sunak fucking listened to this. He finished the tune. He was fucking shaking. He was like, oh shit, I better fucking hold a general election of Big Davo's gonna come after me. I fucking guarantee it. I guarantee my tune is why we're now having a fucking general election. Yeah? So, owe it all to Bossman Davo, yeah? But nah, it was honestly perfect timing. I'm so glad I released it when I did, because I was so worried, because right before I released this tune, I was doing research on it. I was like, are they gonna hold a general election soon, or will I be able to get this tune out on time before that? Because I still had to mix and master it, right? Because I did everything with the tune myself. So I saw at the time when I released it that he said there might be a general election at some point this year. Luckily, I released it before he announced the general election, and he did it quite soon after this. So it actually makes me look really good. So that's sick, because when we get Labour in, we'll try to forget you. So yeah, and then a cheeky little rascal at the end, because I'm mixed race, half white, half Caribbean, right? So yeah, that was my lyric breakdown of Programmed Emotions. This is I just randomly, I was literally just sitting here and I thought, I want to do something for my Davo channel. I want to get that started, and I want to start doing stuff. I want to start doing music related stuff on the channel. So I thought I'd start it off with we're doing a lyric breakdown of Programmed Emotions, because there's some lyrics in there that some people might not understand. And also, I've got a strong accent, especially when I'm spitting. And also when I'm spitting, I sometimes slur my words, right? So I can see how people could struggle to understand what I'm saying. So not only do I have I was going to put all of the lyrics in the description of the video, but YouTube was like, nah nigga, that's too long. So I slapped it on Genius and then linked that, and that's why on the video the lyrics are under subs for Southerners, because I've got a strong northern accent and I said stuff like in mind control, in a fucking compulsion, in just mean isn't, just means isn't. So like, so yeah, I thought I'd do lyric breakdown. Hope you enjoy, and I'm gonna be doing some music related stuff on this channel. I don't know 100% what yet. I've got some ideas, but yeah, I just thought, you know, I'd use this channel just to have a bit of fun, just doing music, because that's what I do. That's all my music. It's just me having a bit of fun. I'm just chilling out. I'm enjoying myself. I'm making music and putting it out there. I don't mind if people don't enjoy it. I enjoy it. I'm doing it because I enjoy it. So I thought, hey, this channel may as well use this channel to show the progress of me having fun doing music. So that's what that's about. I hope you have enjoyed this video, right? I hope you've got a bit of perspective of what I was thinking when I was writing these lyrics and what the lyrics mean. Eventually, don't hold me to it and don't quote me on it yet, but eventually I'm gonna hop on Genius and I'm gonna put all the meanings behind them, but it's gonna take a while to do, so that's why I'm kind of putting it off for a bit, but it will get done eventually. Oh yeah, also this at bottom fucking Jaron also put this in. I don't know, I assume this is one of my mates. This looks like Keenan. The image you are seeing right now is one of Davo's victims. He was chef for being in the wrong ends. West Yorkshire is truly a territory with many trials and tribulations. Oh, Jaron's a fucking melt. Right, so yeah, I hope you man have enjoyed this. I hope he's given you a bit of insight into what I was thinking, and yeah, keep what am I trying to say? Keep this channel in mind, right? Because I'm gonna eventually start releasing some music related stuff. Just not actual music, that'll all be on DMO, but music related stuff. Either stuff to do with lyrics, stuff to do with production, some ideas that I'm having, that I've got. So yeah, it's in a bit.